So dear friends, I hope this day finds you lovely, growing in peace, enjoying your properties. I'm talking about moral and integral properties, not physical and material ones. My apology for still hushing and shushing while I'm talking, like I have a hot potato in my mouth. This is how I've been taught to speak English properly. Really, my apology for this, but it will pass very soon. Maybe a day or so. So title, very common question that many, let's say, philosophers, writers, overachievers, underachievers, controllers, and every single alien species that was here on the planet, they're always wondering. Title goes like this: how to discover a real reasons for our existence. This includes alien species, all the mammals, the conscious beings like sentient beings, humans, half humans, hybrids, reptiles, royals, politicians, bankers, and you. So when somebody asks you why you are here on planet Earth without any kind of guideline, there's no book telling us what we have to do next to achieve a next step. Many are wondering from scientific circles that there's no next step. The evolution happened just by mistake. There's no God, there's no prime creator. The creation is just by pure accident. Yet, when they start thinking deeply, they cannot replicate like a single operation that your body, physical body, is doing. They cannot comprehend how the transfer of the air going through your nostrils into your lungs, producing oxygen into your blood. They cannot do this. They can do some synthetic manipulation of transmuting certain product or certain element into another element, and by this spending a ton of energy and poisoning pretty much everybody else, including themselves. Not accepting the God-given creation of our body as a gift, and always trying to find the ways to fix it, to destroy it, to cut it, to really find mental ways to enslave it, others, through controlling technology. Again, which every single technology is synthetic, meaning it's not divine. Not that we can live without technology. We're using it. I'm using it at the present time. Yet, it would probably take much longer that you can hear me, let's say, through your heart. If I go telepathically, this is not the right way of expressing myself, because heart communicate on the frequency. Only mind is the one who's actually making all this noise, like telepathic noise, like telepathic, like psychopathic noise that never stops, always chatters until you drop yourself into the heart. And this is where the total peace is. And this is the total realization what has really happening here around you on the planet and why you are really here. But you can only kind of observe it from your heart. If you go from your mind, you become a scientist, you become, I don't know, a stupid doctor, you become politician, enslaver, slave runner, and so on. And you start practicing the evil as the only way of existence. Your ancestor did it, you should do the same. If not, overachieve them. Make it worse for your generation or for the next generation that's supposed to come after you. Instead of putting yourself in the present moment and start asking why we are really here, like a real reasons. Many fake reasons that people are giving for, let's say, existence on the planet is to profiteer, to indulge themselves in excess and pretty much Sodom and Gomorrah 101, and you do it over and over again, completely disregarding the guidelines that creation gave us. That there are two, let's say, sexes, male and female, and we managed to put this in between like another 100 of different like hybrid species. They are, I mean, when I say hybrid, I'm talking about synthetics. So, is this really a good explanation why you're here to live, a couple of decades and then die from, doesn't matter, AIDS, disease, illness, pretty much sadness, or being totally drained by another species who has no fucking idea why they are here. They're just thinking they're here to enslave. Yet, there's a bit more. Some of these, especially the alien species, they set up themselves as our, let's say, human or your overlord, the one who will control you, who will tell you the speed that you're going to discover some technological advances, and they'll give you really like a crumbs that you will be happy for another like 100 years if suddenly you don't have to, let's say, burn an oil anymore or gasoline. Communicating between each other, yes, we're using technology, but we had absolutely deep inside of us a heart communication that you can recognize when somebody is honest, when somebody is truthful. There's no technology who can measure this ever. So, fake reason, another fake reason why we're here is to pray to God, pray to aliens, pray to golden cow for centuries, and none happened. That put 3 nice donkeys. I mean, we can start maybe praying, or you can start praying to these beautiful creatures. Stubborn like hell, but anyway, it's Tuesday, so you're allowed to do whatever you want. Another fake reason why many people think they're here to be enslaved. And this is in your DNA. Or if it's a one flip turn around, to enslave others. This is another fake reason. Another one is to be obedient. Another one is to exaggerate. Exaggerate in excess, exaggerate in every aspect of your life, not even realizing why do you need so much. Why these so-called rich dudes are absolutely miserable, like they're dying of misery. They cannot find satisfaction in anything anymore, because their soul is absolutely escaped their body. So what else they can do? Try to fetch some pieces from another being, another human, yet this other soul vibrates different, so you cannot really even if you consume it, even if you eat it, let's say the heart, or drinking the blood of the little babies, it's a just temporary boost that you are abusing another living being. But it will not last too long. So let's really turn this around and start looking for the real reasons why we are here. My main one, let's say the one that I always bring this as a prerogative in every of my talks, is to grow. Not to grow to become fatter, bigger, taller. Not to grow your spiritual adulthood. That you go from absolutely, stupendous teenage, adolescent into adulthood, spiritual adulthood. And you don't grow in a matter of a couple of months. You'll just resolve it by reading as many books or watching like scary movies or something that they will make you suddenly spiritual. It's such a micro steps are happening there in individual spiritual growth. And these steps has to be cherished like nothing else. You have to be so brave to recognize your advances when you are a better person than you've been yesterday or that you've been last year. So how to really do this consciously and continuously? Just allow yourself that this is the God-given or prime creator's given gift, that we can grow, but we have to choose to actually recognize what are the fakeries that we've been living. Another good reason for us to be here is to serve. By serving others, you're actually healing yourself. By being on service to anybody around with the kindness, with generosity that every single human carries within, you're becoming a true leader in a growth. You become a true leader in ascension, let's say, or going towards enlightenment. So, true reason for us to be here is not to die. Ever. And we can achieve this only if we continue growing more and more, but only in a spiritual way, not in material or hoarding way as many of us we've been taught. And this is not judgment, this is not to blame, this is just like an observation that we have been born in the jail and now we have to find a way out of this jail. Prison planet is real. But the freedom where you can find your ways out of this prison is right within.